Welcome to another episode of Learn with Niloy.
If you've ever found yourself wondering how to go from simply chatting with an AI to actually building one that does your heavy lifting, you're in exactly the right place. Because that gap between just talking to an AI and having it actually execute work for you, that's where the real magic happens. Today, we're going to break down the ultimate step-by-step guide to building a fully functional AI agent, literally from scratch.
So here's our game plan. We'll start by getting to know the AI agent. Then we'll unpack its anatomy, head straight into the builder's workshop, and finally, wrap things up with a super actionable 8-week master plan. Let's get to it.
Starting off with Part 1, Meet the AI Agent. It's time to cut through the buzzwords. We really have to start right here. What exactly is an AI agent? I'm posing this directly to you because we need to completely shatter any preconceived notions you might have. You're probably picturing a blinking cursor that just spits out trivia facts. But honestly, the reality is so much more powerful than that.
We're looking at a massive paradigm shift. Think about the difference here. A standard chatbot, it just talks. It takes your prompt, generates some text, and then it just stops. But a true AI agent, it actually interacts with the outside world and takes action. It takes input, sure, but then it reasons, it selects tools, makes decisions, and actually executes. It's kind of like the difference between asking someone for a recipe and having a personal chef literally cook the entire meal for you.
Moving on to Part 2, let's look under the hood and break down the actual anatomy of this new digital employee.
Okay, so this 6-part workflow, this is your agent's heartbeat. Let's run through a quick rapid-fire example. Say you ask your agent to book a flight. That's your user request. The agent reasons, okay, I need an airline API for this, so it moves into tool selection and picks, let's say, Expedia. It executes the search, checks out the ticket prices in the observation phase, and finally presents you with the absolute cheapest option for its response. It just logically loops through these exact steps to get things done.
Now, by hooking up external tools, you're essentially giving your agent hands. Suddenly, it can read local databases, pull live weather data, check your calendar, or even commit code straight to GitHub. This right here is exactly what transforms a language model from a basic conversationalist into a highly capable coworker, one that operates inside the exact same systems you already use every single day.
And hey, just like any good employee, your agent is going to need memory, so you aren't constantly repeating yourself, right? Short-term memory handles the immediate context, basically keeping track of what was just said in the current chat. But for true persistence, we integrate long-term storage using robust databases like SQLite, Postgres, or Redis. This is the secret sauce that lets your agent remember that obscure project you two worked on together 3 weeks ago.
Let's quickly demystify some technical jargon you're definitely going to hear on this journey. Vector databases, stuff like ChromaDB or Pinecone. You can just think of these as highly advanced, specialized memory banks. They store data as embeddings, which is basically a fancy way of saying they turn concepts into numbers. This unlocks Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG. So instead of just doing basic keyword matching, your agent can instantly search millions of documents by their actual contextual meaning. It's an absolutely massive unlock for scaling up your agent's intelligence.
All right, Part 3, Building your first agent. Let's transition into the practical stuff and talk about the specific tools you'll need for your own builder's workshop.
So here is your foundational tech stack. I want to break this down so it doesn't feel overwhelming. First up, your core environment. You'll just need Python version 3.12 or higher and VS Code. Next, some networking fundamentals. You've got to understand APIs and JSON. And finally, your deployment environment. A bit of Git, some basic Linux commands, virtual environments, and maybe Docker if you want to containerize things. I know it sounds like a lot, but honestly, these are just the basic building blocks.
Once that environment is humming, you need a brain. Getting an API key from one of the top LLM providers is essentially injecting that brain right into your new digital worker. You might grab OpenAI for its raw reasoning power, Google Gemini for its deep ecosystem integrations, or maybe Ollama if you're building a highly sensitive local agent and need your data to stay 100% private. Just, remember to store that API key securely using environment variables. Seriously, don't leak your keys.
And here we go, your very first milestone. It's elegantly simple. You write a short Python app that takes user input, sends it to that LLM API, and displays the response. Let me tell you, hitting run on that pipeline for the first time and seeing the AI respond locally, it's an absolute dopamine hit. Once you've got this pipeline open, you are officially ready to build. Once you've got those basics locked down, you can start tackling real-world projects.
The source material suggests kicking things off with a task manager agent to handle stuff like reminders, summaries, and task prioritization. From there, you can level up by building a security agent for log monitoring and detecting suspicious activity. I mean, with AI threats constantly on the rise, having an agent dedicated to LLM threat analysis isn't just a fun weekend hack, it's straight up an enterprise-level necessity running 24/7.
Now, as your ambitions grow, please don't reinvent the wheel. Jumping into specialized AI agent frameworks will massively speed up your development pipeline. Frameworks like LangGraph are amazing for mapping out really complex stateful workflows. Or you've got Crew AI, which is perfect for spinning up an entire multi-agent team. You literally assign specific roles to different AIs so they can debate and collaborate to solve incredibly complex problems together. It's wild.
To wrap up the building phase, you can start looking at advanced features. Voice support, image understanding, autonomous planning. But hey, before you even think about deploying to AWS, Azure, or Google Cloud, you absolutely must test heavily. By nature, agents are unpredictable. Think about it. What happens if an external API randomly goes down? Your agent needs the reasoning skills to handle that failure gracefully instead of just completely crashing. So validate those edge cases, push the boundaries, and then you launch.
All right, part 4, your 8-week master plan. This is the really exciting stuff, a concrete, actionable flight path to take you from absolute beginner to a deployed builder in exactly 2 months.
Let's map out those first 4 weeks. Week 1, you're mastering Python syntax. That immediately sets you up to handle APIs and JSON in week 2. By week 3, you're plugging in that LLM brain and learning prompt engineering. And this all builds up to week 4, where you finally bring your very first functional, interactive chatbot to life. The whole progression just builds on itself so logically. Moving into the back half, weeks 5 through 8, this is where you graduate from a simple chatbot to a true agent. Week 5, you give it tools and memory. Week 6 and 7, you apply those superpowers to targeted use cases, specifically building out that task manager and security agent. And finally, week 8 is all about the polish, deploying and optimizing your creation so it thrives in the real world. I want to leave you with this final, really empowering thought, straight from the source document. Start with simple projects, master one concept at a time, and gradually combine reasoning, tools, memory, and automation into increasingly capable AI agents. Look, building an AI agent isn't some dark magic. It's literally just a series of logical steps. So the only question left is, what simple project are you going to start building today?
Thanks for joining. Like the video and subscribe my channel to get more free tutorials.